popping in. It was random. But I want to talk about my experience today. I had to have surgery on my eye. I had a cataract removed, and the muscles in my eye were loosening. So I just had work done on my eye. Hopefully, I'm praying that everything is going has it went well. But I'm praying that God heals it the way that um, it needs to be healed. But let me just tell you about my experience today. And this is an experience that I haven't had in a while. And actually, from day one, I've had a great experience with this clinic. This clinic is in Sycamore, Illinois, Hauser Ross Institute, Eye Institute. And there's one in my city. I think there's two in my city. I think. I don't know. But I chose not to go to any more eye doctors here in my city due to the last two that I seen. And the reason being is they were very nasty, and they were trying to make me believe that um, there was there wasn't any reason in having done what I had done. Okay, even though I felt that, but anyhow, they were just very nasty. And so a friend of mine told me about this place. And so I got everything done through my doctor, set up the appointment. And my very first appointment, I tell you, I met the the doctor, and he was just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's like when I looked at him, I seen God just working all through him. The way he spoke to me, the empathy that he had for me and my situation, and um, he just made me feel hopeful. Okay, versus what was going on here in my city. So that was a plus, a big plus for me. And then, um, so after my first meeting with him, this appointment was scheduled. So I've actually only been there twice. Um, so I got there about 7:15 this morning, and then my surgery wasn't until 9. So that gave me my honey had to go with me because I had to have someone go with me. So that gave me time to sit back and kind of relax. But upon getting there, um, when I was checking in, the receptionist, very polite, very polite. I mean, a smile out of this world. And it just made me feel comfortable right away, And and then we just a conversation just started with us, and it just took off. And so she was checking me in, and she was telling me about her son was a pilot. He flies planes, and he's only no, how old did she say? He's only 18. And she was showing me pictures of him in his plane, and just telling me how wonderful a kid she has. And I was telling her how wonderful my kids are, considering I was a single mom, and none of my kids has ever been in any major trouble. So we had a lot in common. Then she said, "Yeah, because my birthday was on the 21st." And I said, "Oh, my birthday is coming up. It's the 25th." So we laughed about that, and we started talking about that, and her spirit was just so uplifting. And I had to tell her, I said, "You know what?" I said, "We would have been best friends." Because, I mean, our conversation was just that connecting. And we had a lot of things in common. And so I tell you, we must have talked for a good 45 minutes back and forth. I mean, we'll get done talk. She got me checked in and stuff, so I went and sat down, and then she called me over there, and we were talking. We started up a whole other conversation. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, I ended up. She told me she likes to read. I said, "I got some for you." So I pulled my book up on Amazon, and she took a hurry up and took a picture of it. She said, "Oh yeah," she said, "I'm definitely gonna get it." I said, "It's solely up to you." She said, "I love to read, so I want to see what's going on." So, and then we exchanged. She was telling me, oh, she bakes cakes. She showed me her cakes. So she's got a page on Facebook as well. Sorry about that. We exchanged our information, everything, and so actually I got to get on my phone when I get off of here and send her that friend request. But so that was one encounter. That was the main encounter I had. That just warmed me all the way through. It made me feel very at ease. And then so about I say about 8:50 8:50ish they called me. They came out, called me. It was my turn to go to the back. So the nurse that I got was an angel in disguise. I mean, everything about her was just absolutely sweet. Okay. She was actually pregnant too. And she was just her so kind and attentive and um, you know, asking me, she um really made an effort to make me feel comfortable. Okay. And I tell you, it's when you're used to um bad behavior from people, it makes you appreciate the people that show you respect. They really show you that respect and show you, treat you like a human being, because I tell you, in a lot of these facilities you go to, they don't care about your feelings. They don't care to make you feel comfortable. They don't care to ease your fears. They want to they get you in there. They get you in there and get you out of there. You know, and it's kind of hard to want to be around people like that. And so I chose. That's why I chose to see a doctor outside of my city, because the ones here were a hot mess. They tried to discourage me instead of them um you know uplifting me no matter what the situation may be. They were bringing me down. They I left their office feeling down. Their behavior was absolutely nasty. And so I said, before I deal with something like that again, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try stepping outside the box. And so that's what I did, and I was absolutely happy about it. And then the anesthesiologist, oh my God, he was absolutely funny. I tell you, when he came in the room now, a lot of times, doctors may joke or try to make jokes, and it's not even funny. Oh, this guy had me rolling. He was funny. He had a good personality, and it just made me feel like I was just ready for him to hit me with whatever he had for me. Whatever pain meds he had, just give them to me. No. But I mean, when you get those kind of anesthesiologists that just barely even talk to you, and got a sourpuss face when they talking to you, it kind of make you feel like, I don't want you giving me nothing with that attitude, you know. So he was very, very polite. And like I said, my doctor himself is just, he's like, when I look at him, I just see God all through him. He's very he has empathy. He is just kind. And I love this facility. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. Even though I just want you guys to know I'm not in any pain or anything. Um, I do have the clear patch on. It's got the little air holes in it and stuff. So I got to leave that on for 5 days. Well, I can, in 24 hours, I can remove it. They don't want me to get it wet, so I haven't even washed the dots off where the doctor had uh, put around my eye, showing the area where he'll be doing the surgery. So I haven't even did that yet, and I'm not going to until my 24 hours is up. And I just want to make sure I do everything right. I'm just thankful that I had a great experience with getting it done. And to all of you, for the ones that pray for me, God bless you. I appreciate you. Just know if ain't nobody told you this morning, they love you. Juanita loved you. And I'll be back at you real soon. I just wanted to tell you how my experience was. God bless. God bless you.